Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be part 2 in the paint correction and ceramic coating of the Red MR. So if you watched the previous video, we showed what we'll be doing, showed all the products we'll be using, and then we washed the car, stripped off any existing protection, so waxes or sealants or anything, decontaminated the car with some clay and iron remover, and then we masked it off and we polished this bonnet. Got this looking perfect. I shouldn't say perfect, but as close as I was going to get it. So as you can see, this is now swirl free, the best I could do. Didn't want to go crazy on it and try and cut too deep, as this was pretty good, about 95% I'd say. And yeah, the metallic, as you can see, really pops now. So that was in the first video, and then it's actually 2 days since that, as yesterday I spent the entire day just polishing the rest of the car. It took me longer than I expected, as I ran into a bit of problem where I was trying to sort of rush and I wasn't really checking with this light after each pass with the cutting compound, and did basically one entire side of the car, and then when I put the fine polish on it to get it to finished, the second step, I then put the light over it and realised there was still a bunch of swirls in that I didn't have on this bonnet. So obviously I hadn't done it properly. I hadn't done enough passes with the first cutting compound, so I had to sort of redo that whole side of the car, which added a fair bit of time onto the process. So rather than finishing the coating last night, I thought I'd just wait till today when it's sunny, get a bit of light into the garage and film this part of the video. So yeah, like I said, the car is completely finished. Now it's time to actually put the coating on, which is this CarPro C-Quartz UK 3.0. So you can buy this for around, I think it's $80 or $90. I bought with a few other products, so it came in at a better price, but I'll put a link in the description. So let's open it up and see what you get. So to start off, you get a bottle of CarPro Reload. It's a little one and a little spray trigger. So that is for once you finish coating the car, they say you should put a coat of this on top just in case it gets wet, but it's not going to be raining today here in Brisbane, and I will take the car out once I've finished to have a look in the sun, but it's not going to be getting any rain on it, so it should be fine. So I'm going to skip that step. This is the actual coating itself. So this little bottle is more than enough to do this entire car with 2 coats. Then we'll get our little foam block. So we put our suede applicators over the top of this, and that's what we wipe onto the car. So we've got a bunch of those. We've got a suede removal cloth for wiping down. Don't know if I'll be using that. I did use it last time, I didn't really like it. I might just use 2 microfiber cloths today. And then should get some instructions and a couple of stickers. So yeah, we're now ready basically to do that. But just before we start the coating process, we just need to go over the whole car again with CarPro Eraser or any other intensive oil and polish cleaner they call it, but it's basically isopropyl alcohol spray. So we need to go over the car and just wipe it down with a clean microfiber cloth, get off any polish residue or any dust that's collected on the car from sitting, just so that it's completely clean and bare before we put our coating on. And I'm just going to do this one panel, just the bonnet, on camera, just to show you how it's done. Then I'll work my way around the rest of the car, and then at the end we'll put it out in the sun and see how it looks. Alright guys, start off, let's pop down the bonnet. So get plenty of the CarPro Eraser on there, and it's going to evaporate itself basically, so you don't need to worry about getting completely dry because it is an alcohol spray, but you just want to wipe it in and let it sort of get any residue off. Okay guys, got the car completely wiped down with CarPro Eraser. Also removed a bunch of the tape in certain areas along here, for example, and a few other spots, just because wanted to get any sort of residue that was hidden in behind the tape. I've left it in some other areas where I just don't want to get any coating, so like the edges of the glass up there, because last time I did my car, I did actually end up with some high spots, they're called, ceramic coating high spots, in the areas close to the glass basically, and I didn't wipe those down, so I just thought I'll leave the tape there because I'm not going to be coating the glass. This isn't a coating for windscreens and everything, so I'm just going to be doing the paint. So yeah, with that said, let's get started on our actual coating process. So I need to grab one of our suede cloths out, put it onto our applicator block, and you need to just grab a card of some kind, get that nice and centered, and you're just going to tuck that in. Okay, now we'll open our bottle of the ceramic coating. We want to shake this very thoroughly, and we also want to put some gloves on before we open that, because we don't want to get any of that on our hands. So I was going to get some gloves, going to get 2 microfiber cloths ready also. Okay, got our gloves on, 2 microfibers that are clean, sitting there out of the way, and we've given this a good shake. So now we'll open this up. We just want to pour a line like that onto our applicator block. Bring this over to the car, and so we want to do vertical and then horizontal lines, so a crosshatch pattern. So we'll start off here. So we're going to do the bonnet in about 4 sections. You don't want to do too much at once. So I've already missed a little section there, which is exactly why we want to do the crosshatch pattern. Do here, and I'm going to go cross horizontally, and we just want to overlap slightly each time. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see the coating very clearly in the camera, so I just have the GoPro on my head to film this, but you can actually see where you have wiped, and it's basically an instant flash. So as soon as we finish getting over this last section, we're then going to grab one of our microfibers and level it down. So put that aside. So basically the coating will flash, so it'll go like a rainbow type effect. This one's designed, it's basically a wipe on wipe off instant product, but usually you want to look for like a rainbow type effect. So I'll grab the light. Yeah, the light's not really going to help. Better off sort of direct natural light coming in. But yeah, you'll see it sort of flashing. So what we're going to do, it's about ready to wipe off up to a minute, basically 3 minutes if you're in a colder environment. But we want to, it's easy wipe off. If you leave it too long, it'll actually get quite tacky and be harder to wipe off. What we want to do is we want to be very, very thorough. I cannot stress that enough, because if you miss a spot, which is so easy to do, you think you've got everywhere, if you miss a spot, it's going to leave that rainbow effect I was talking about on the paint. It'll be there. It's not going to wash off, and you'll basically have to machine polish it to get it back out again, generally. So we want to go over it once with this cloth and overlap the sections that you actually did wipe the coating. So very thorough. Then once you think you've gone everywhere, You want to grab your second cloth. And you want to wipe this one as well, just to pick up any extra, just to be 100% safe. Alright guys, so that's the front bonnet and this little section here done. So just going to go over with the light in a minute, see if I can see any spots I've missed, but yeah, that's how you do it. Like I said, need to be thorough as possible, but yeah, very easy to do, much easier than the polishing section stage. So I'm now just going to work my way around the whole car, starting at the front. So I've already done this little bit. I'll just do the front bumper on this side plus the headlight, and then front bumper over this side plus headlight. Because I did polish these headlights, they were a little bit hazy. Didn't get them perfect, but got them a lot better. So I'm going to ceramic coat those as well, just to hopefully stop them from fading. But yeah, so I'll work my way around the car, pick the camera back up when I've finished. And one thing I didn't mention possibly is what you want to do is you want to do 2 coats of this coating. So you want to go around the car once, and as soon as you're finished, you basically can go again. You have to wait an hour, but it's going to take me about an hour to get around the car. So once I do the last of the rear of the car, I'll come back and I'll do my second coat on this bonnet, and then just do the same process. You can do 1 coat, but it's recommended you do 2 just for extra protection in case you missed any spots. So I'm definitely going to do that because it adds an extra hour to the process. After the amount of time I've spent doing this car so far total, extra hour is well worth it. And then I will leave the car for a couple of hours to cure, pick the camera back up, and we're going to take the car out, like I said, and have a look, see how it looks finished. So yeah, I'll pick this back up once I am ready for that next stage. Okay guys, so here is the finished product. Car is completely done, polished, ceramic coated, and got it out. It's not a whole bunch of sun, but got it outside at least in the light. So yeah, pretty much blown away by how good this looks. It's come right in. So I'm using my new camera to film at the moment, so hopefully the picture looks alright. I'm still learning how to use it, but I think it will be able to pick up the colour a bit better than the GoPro, as it is just so much metallic, so glossy. Basically looks like wet, and yeah, I couldn't be happier with how it came out. So let's do the walk around. Pops so much more than it used to. And it's like a really rich, it's good because it sort of changes colour like the Phantom Black does. So over this side, a little bit less light, it's like a really rich, like blood red. And you get into the light. So yeah, could not be happier with how this turned out. I will try and do a little edit showing the paint in different angles, but I just thought I'd start off with by just walking around it, and yeah, I can't stop staring at it, to be honest. It just looks so good. This colour has quickly become one of my favourite Evo 10 colours. I'd say it would have to go Phantom Black first, have to stick to the original favourite, and then I'd probably go this and then the Pearl White, as this colour, just when it's polished and coated, it is just really a nice colour. So yeah, pretty happy with it. I'll put in a little edit now with some music of just going around the car. Okay guys, so hopefully you enjoyed my little attempt at an edit with my new camera. But yeah, so just to wrap up what we did, it took me around 3 days to complete this process. Probably could have been faster. I'm definitely no professional at this. And yeah, I could have worked, I started working pretty late on it most days. But yeah, it's probably 2.5 full working days, I'd say. And yeah, I think it's well worth my time and the few $100s I spent buying all the products. As you can see, it just, it always looked glossy in video. That's the good thing and bad thing about filming cars, that the paint looks better than probably what it does in person. It just really makes it glossy. But now, I'm pretty sure you can tell, even just when I bring the camera closer to the car, just how much it pops. So yeah, would I recommend doing this to your car? Absolutely. All you have to do is take your car out on a sunny day and just sort of look close and sort of move around it, and you'll see all the swirls and the haze. Or you can buy like a detailing light, and obviously you can see them very easily with that. But if you want to get your car looking like the paint looking at its best, then yeah, it's worth doing yourself or paying a professional detailer to do it for you. But yeah, so I didn't try and make like a how-to guide so much, as there is, professional detailing channels that can do a much better job explaining than I would, but just sort of thought I'd show you my process. So yeah, it ended up being a 2-part video. It's just so much involved that I couldn't really do it into one. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. It was definitely fun for me to make. Yeah, it would have been easier for me to just not be picking up the camera to show the whole time. It would have been a bit quicker, but I like filming videos like this just to look back on and yeah, see what I was able to achieve. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video there, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you put a thumbs up on the video down below, and yeah, put any comments, let me know what you think. Does it look better? Is it noticeable on camera how much better it looks? Because it definitely is in person. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you think of this color now that it's completely polished. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Evo 10 videos like this. But with that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.